This is a very important video, so if you clicked on this link, then obviously you want to know what it's about. So take some time, sit down, and let's chat. This is a very important topic. It's near and dear to my heart, and I've tried to make this video one time before and I lost my memory card, so I guess it was intended for me to do it again, and I had to hurry up and get this out before May is over. For those of you, a lot of you should know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's so important that we talk about it. So important, particularly in the African American community. I feel like we don't talk about it enough. We sweep it under the rug about cousin Bobby who crazy, and that's what we say, but really Bobby might be bipolar, or Bobby could be schizophrenic, all of those things, and we don't talk about it. And so I just want to share some facts with you guys and talk about how real it is. And definitely leave me some comments, let me know some things, fill me in, because I'm always open to new information. I feel like the dialogue has to be created, so let's get to it. All right, fact number 1. 1 in 5 American adults will have experienced some type of mental health issue. That means 1 in 5 people that you may know have gone through some type of mental health issue. I mean, that's just about everybody. We're all kind of going to experience something at some point in our lives. You're not always going to be happy. And if somebody tells you that they're always happy, I'm sorry, they're lying. They just are. Number 2. 1 in 10 young people have experienced a major period of depression. For me, I understand that that's true. Depression is something that I struggled with ever since I was young. Around 8 to 10 years old, that's something that I've battled. So I know it's true. It's definitely true. And it happens. And yet again, nobody talks about it. Number 3. 1 in 25 Americans have lived with a serious mental illness such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, or major depression. That's 1 in 25. That's how many people you encounter on a daily basis and you don't know what they're dealing with. And we're so quick to judge somebody. This is the world we live in, guys. All right. Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the United States. It accounts for the loss of 41,000 American lives each year, and the number doubles of lives lost to homicide. It's crazy. People are willing to take their own lives because they can't deal with the everyday pressures of what's happening. And I know it's been increased. Like I actually work within a school, and we're always talking about no bullying, and the kids have learned that word. Say no to bullying, don't bully your friends, all that stuff like that. And it's because so many kids are choosing to take their own lives because Katie picked on me today, and Katie said that I was fat, and Susie laughed. That's what we're dealing with, and it's sad. And I also believe a little bit of that kind of touches home too, and that's why that's one of those things that are so important to me, that I tell my kids every day how smart they are, how beautiful they are, because when they go to school, and if Keisha decides to tell my child she's fat, she's gonna be like, all right, cool, but I'm still cute though, or I'm still beautiful, because what Keisha says doesn't matter. Keisha does not define you. And that's how we have to build our kids to, and I'm not saying that it's the parents' fault, but we just have to be so careful and look out for the signs and be aware that this stuff happens and it's real. All right, I'm gonna share one more thing with you guys, and this says it's a myth. Well, the myth is Children don't experience mental health problems. Lies. I don't care nobody say. I ain't even got to read the fact part of it, but that's a lie. Like, that's a lie. I know that to be a lie. All right, fact. Even very young children may show early warning signs of mental health concerns. These mental health problems are often clinically diagnosable and can be a product of the interaction of biological, physiological, and social factors. Half of all mental health disorders show signs in a person before the age of 14, and 3/4 of mental health orders are diagnosed before the age of 24. That needs to sit there for some people. Unfortunately, less than 20% of children and adolescents are diagnosable with mental health problems receive the treatment they actually need. Early mental health support can help a child before problems interfere with their developmental needs. That means if you're not paying attention to your child and you just think, oh, they're just bad, or you just think, oh, that's just the way they are, and you don't look into it, your child could have a serious problem and you just want to brush it off. And then your child gets out here and they're an adult and they do something that lands them in jail, that maybe they really shouldn't be in jail. They actually need help. Then you have to live with that. It's ridiculous. And I'm not here to judge anybody, so please don't take that wrong. I'm not here to judge, but I feel like it's just so important that people get it, that mental health is so important. As much as you go to the doctor for that cough or whatever you go to the doctor for whatever reason, it's so important just to take a step back and get help. For me, I personally have struggled, like I said, with depression for a long time. And it was due to some of those social factors that were happening in my personal life. And people like to say, oh, you can control that. You can control your anxiety. Oh, all of these things. If I can control it, I would. Trust me, because it's not fun. It's not fun to worry all the time. It's not fun to be sad and you can't explain why you're sad. It's not, I promise. So yeah, I think we just have to open that floor. Just make the space available for your friends and your family and your kids, everybody. And I think what makes it so much easier is if we're the first to admit, or if you know somebody in your family, like, hey, well, cousin Ray had such and such, or Suzanne is such and such. I think it helps. And even if you just did something as small as, you know, a family night out and did the line. I mean, I'm sure people have kind of seen it where you take like a piece of tape or something, or even a string, jump rope, whatever you have, and everybody starts at the same place. And then somebody may read off a question. Have you ever felt sad? Sure, everybody's gonna cross that line. Have you ever felt sad for more than 2 days? You know, and see where everybody falls at. We're all human. That doesn't make us any less of a person just because some of us need help. And it's okay. So I look forward to talking to you guys in another video. Bye. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will list all of the ways you can find me: Snapchat, Instagram. I don't tweet, so I'm not on Twitter, but in here, yeah, and Facebook, I'm there too. Bye.